Hey Scorpios, welcome to December 2018. Hope you guys are doing well. So let's see what the cards have to say for you guys. I know November was a big month when it comes to numerology. So November, the 11th month in the 11 year, 2018, 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8. That November energy is all about manifesting, okay? So what you were thinking about, what you were feeling about, what you were talking about, what you were paying attention to, you were manifesting that energy outward, okay? You're putting that energy outward, so you are going to start to see that coming in. There's some emotional confusion going on right now for the Scorpios for December 2018. You've changed. You've completely transformed. You've done what Scorpios do best, which is just really completely transform yourselves. You know, the Scorpio is somebody that is able to completely change the way that they view the world and how people view and how the world views them. They do it effortlessly. And when you have knowledge and knowledge and ownership of your transformations, you're able to empower yourself that much more because you're able to say, okay, I'm a transformational being. I take where I'm at and I'm able to completely transmute that energy into something higher, better, bigger, and more extraordinary, okay? However, Scorpio, there is some emotional confusion going on because of that transformation. Because of that transformation, you're now really confused in your heart, okay? So although you're starting to see your life is completely changed, when you look back to, you know, just a year, 6 months, 3 months ago, you know that your physical world has changed, but now your emotions need to catch up. Your inner world needs to catch up and say, okay, how do I feel about these changes that I'm going through? How do I feel about these transformations, especially when it comes to my relationships, okay? So let's see, any more cards gonna pop out? Yes, okay. So working hard, working really hard, just like last month, you know, really fighting to give to others. Working hard, really focused on your physical output, so your physical power, so like financial power or even material power, right? So what you're putting out there, you've worked incredibly hard to build your family up, to build that sense of security within your family. So this new beginning has empowered you, but now you're feeling incredibly confused emotionally because physically it's doing well. Physically, family's taken care of. Physically, you're proud of what you've accomplished. Me. But then emotionally, there's still that confusion. Okay. So just like the Sag, guys are working hard. The theme of this reading is an overburden of responsibilities, working hard, wanting to make some sort of change, some sort of ebb and flow, like the moon, like the tides. But you need to change your frame of mind first, because right now your frame of mind is that of lack and scarcity, that fear of making a change because you don't want to leave your family out in the cold. You don't want to go back on what you've invested on. You don't want to go back on what you've accomplished so far. But emotionally, you want to be there for your family. You want to feel emotionally abundant. And that's created some new feelings about whether or not to move on, okay? And create some inner shifts, therefore outer shifts, okay? Scorpio, December 2018 is about focus on your work. It's all about, that's interesting. For the holiday season, you guys are focused on work and what you've created and your plans, your blueprint, because you still want to be looked up to. You still want to be admired in a way when it comes to the respect that you get out of your job, out of your work, because Scorpios are all about power, right? They're all about power. So a lot of the times they find their power within work because it's a way to make them feel more empowered through their financial gains, right? So that is what you're creating this month. The obstacle and the aid is a new beginning, okay? So you possibly want to start something new, something better. That is the obstacle to your work and the plans that you have at work is this idea that you want to start something new, this new energy, but it's also did I say it's the obstacle and the aid? So it's helping you when it comes to your work and your blueprints and your plans for work, but it's also hindering your ability to make plans, okay? How that could work is, you know, maybe you have a really great job right now, but you're not 100% happy in it. And you want to start something new, but because of the time and energy that you put into work, you can't focus on getting this new thing off the ground. But because of your work, you know you want to start something new, okay? Subconsciously, Scorpio, you have a young water sign that's really fueling this new energy and really fueling this want and this desire to start something new and to create a more beneficial plan. So this young water sign, but then you're thinking about an elder male water sign, okay? So whether that is yourself, maybe subconsciously it's your inner child that's fueling your commitment to work. You know, what did your parents teach you about going to work? Did they tell you that, you know, don't leave something secure to start something new? You know, that's kind of something that I've heard all my life, you know, don't leave your job in order to start something new. Look for a job while you're at this job, so just in case. But when you do that, you're telling the universe that you're not willing to take that leap of faith, that you don't have that belief that you can manifest something that's going to sustain you, right? So you have that fear, right? We either work from a level of love or a level of fear. So you have to love this new energy enough to take that leap of faith with belief and with faith and not with fear, okay? Because you're thinking about your masculine water energy, which is all about security, right? Which is all about power, which is all about other people's money as well. That's the Scorpio. Scorpio rules the 8th house of other people's resources, aka a boss, an employer, or a large company. Whereas you starting something possibly on your own, that's not other people's resources, right? That's your own resources putting to good use, okay? So you fought really hard for where you're at, and that's another reason why it's so hard for you to walk away. However, you're really focused on your marriage. How did you get so close? How did you get so close to me? You're really focused on your marriage right now, really focused on your commitment to family and friends, really focused on your commitment to the home front as well. That's really where your heart is. And I think that's where that new energy is coming in, because at the end of the day, you want to be at home. You want to be focused on that emotionally happy family, because that's where your heart is, right? Family and friends, they've uncovered that. They understand that when it comes to your intuition. They know that you know what's best. Like, your family and friends do not mess with the Scorpio's intuition. They've learned that the hard way, which is great. But which is another reason why they don't feel like they can come to you and say, listen, Scorpio, I know that when it comes to your job, you want to start something new, but you feel like you can't because of where you're at, okay? So family and friends, they also have intuition. They wouldn't be able to have that intuitive urge and have a Scorpio in their lives. You know what I mean? A lot of the times within the grand chart, you know, we start to see our siblings have the same aspects and the same planetary placements as we do, but in different locations, okay, different areas. So just like you can be proud of your intuition because you're a Scorpio, you have to also acknowledge that people in your life, people in your family as well, and probably in your friends, they have Scorpio in them guaranteed, or they have eight house influences that is all about intuition. They probably have tons of water in their chart if they brought you into their lives, right? So asking family and friends what their intuitive thought is when it comes to you taking this leap of faith and saying, I'm going to start something new, okay? You have a hope and a fear, Scorpio, that when it comes to right now, it's not that bad, you know? It's not that bad. That's why it's so hard for you to say, I'm going to walk away and start something new. That's why it's so hard for this new beginning to kind of be that aid when it comes to your current work, because the water's fine. The water is very warm here. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's fine. It could be a hot tub, which is great. It could be a hot springs, you know. It could be a splash of cold water that kind of jolts you awake. But right now it's just warm, right? So it makes me think of the bath, right? Like, if the water's too hot, you need to wait to get in, but it's still so nice when you get in. And then it's warm, and then it gets cold and you feel like you need to get out. So think of your life right now as that bath. It needs to get cold in order for you to feel like you have to move, but you can move when it's warm. You can get out of the bath when it's still warm and there's still bubbles, because you're done with it. Yeah, it's a great bath, but you're done. Maybe that's just because I haven't taken a bath in so long and I miss it, but that's my analogy. Okay, So this is what's going on, Scorpio. You're going to keep focusing on the fact that you are really in tune more so with your masculine side, with that masculine Scorpio energy, which is a lot about power and respect and authority, and transformations and really intense transformations as well. That's what you're going to keep focusing on. And that is going to give you the ability to give back to your family and friends emotionally, okay? To take a step back from work and say, listen, when it comes to emotionally, I want to be there for my family and friends. I've been working way too hard. I've been focusing so much on my plans when it comes to my career that I've completely kind of stepped back from my emotional family friends. And over the holiday season, you're going to see that. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the people around me have been really struggling because that 11 energy is really illuminating. It's illuminating all the issues that for 10 years we've been able to just, let me just put some dirt on that. Let me just push it down. But now that 11 energy says, nope, I'm shining the light. You have to take a look. So now I'm getting messages from my family and friends just being like, I'm struggling. I need this. I'm hurting, especially in matters of the heart, matters in love. So you're going to start to see that your Scorpio masculine side is really needed in order to give back to your family and friends. And what that will do, Scorpio, is that's bringing in something new. Something new. You're creating something new. You're birthing something new, okay? So go for it. This is your sign from the universe. This is your key. Go for it. Do what you need to do. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let fear stop you, okay? What did somebody just say? Fear is false evidence appearing real. It doesn't actually exist. And all it takes is that 1 second of courage to eradicate that fear. So if it is that 1 second of printing off your resignation letter and handing it in, all it takes is that 1 second to hand it in and then it's done. And then okay, universe, I did what I need to do. What's next? All it takes is that 1 second of saying, I'm registering for my business. And I'm putting it out there. 1 second to post that video on YouTube, and then it's done. Hit submit and it's done, okay? So Scorpios, if you need some more help, please send me an email. Right now I have a special out, and it is a video reading a week for the month of December to help you guys get through the holiday season. So I send you a short video card reading once a week for the month of December. Phoenix will be babysat, don't worry. And that special is on for $25. Love you, Scorpio, so much, and I will see you in January 2019. Bye, guys.